Hey, I'm here. Listen of sales tactics online. It's not the same as going in the store and you have like 5 salesmen approach you, all at the same time. How are you today? We'd like you to purchase everything on credit so that way we can get the highest commission possible, courtesy of you. All at the same time. But you're online, so you downloaded the app. Nobody's forcing you to download the app and shop all night until you can't open your eyes and you can't speak clearly anymore. And you get this attitude with people because you haven't had any sleep. So what are these sales tactics? What might I be talking about? Obviously, you have sales sites like Temu, you got Wish, you got Shein, you got the new one called Joom, obviously eBay, and Alibaba, all of those sites just like that. We just shop, once you get on there, and some of those sites are kind of aggressive. Let's look at the number one site we have. Okay, I just got on Temu. And what is the best thing to do to a person that wants to buy something? Tell them you won something. You won. So you get on there and you got the little spinner deal that tells you won so-and-so percent, or you won these items, or you won these coins and all that. And every time you win. Okay, so that's a good thing, if it's just like once every now and then, but it's like every time you get on there, and literally I was on there and it went through like 5 different sales tactics before I could even get to the products I was trying to buy. So what is this? What is this anyway? I'm a member of a marketing association. I know these tactics, but the difference is it's not actually one of us salespeople trying to talk to you. It's you voluntarily, putting all these cookies on your plate. So let's look. We have it says sales plan for aggressive teams, 18 psychological tricks to accelerate sales engine. Okay. So the first line in this article, you want to know what article? All right, so it's convin.ai. So even though this is an AI article and it's from 2022, this is when they started with these sales tactics. 2022 was a few years ago. That's okay. That's okay. Marketing doesn't change. Since Barnum and Bailey days. Congratulations. That gets anybody's, you start looking, that gets anybody's attention. What happened? And it's not a bad thing. This is something happened, something good happened, and everybody's trying to see what happened. Get in your job somewhere and just stand on a chair or something. Congratulations, and just single somebody out. And everybody want to know, what is he talking about? You created an excellent product, caters to the market, and design an aggressive sales plan and marketing strategy. And you didn't see a dramatic improvement in your sales. What went wrong? So if you trying to sell something, but at the same time you use these tactics, it didn't work. Okay, I got on Temu, just to buy a package, just to mail to me, specifically trying to see how fast it's going to get to me, but I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money. And so I just ordered something, like I got a jacket from last year that had a hole in it. And so I've been looking for these clothing patches everywhere, from Michael's to HEB to Walmart. Nobody has them, but I've seen them before. And so it was on Temu, so I got those for like $1 something. But now they have a thing where you can't buy anything on Temu unless you spend a minimum of $20. So that's one sales tactic, and so I ended up spending like $30, which who's winning? I'm getting like a bunch of cheap things, but did I want to spend that much at first? It's just like going to Walmart. Nobody's forcing you to go in there, but you go in there, how often do you want to go in there for one item and you come out with like a basket of stuff? So here's what you miss. Customer psychology of buying. Besides creating a sales plan, business needs to enter the brain of customers and map out the emotional and logical drivers in the human brain. These sales tactics are not sketchy. We don't want you to fit the used car salesman image. Psychological sales tricks are intelligent techniques to complement your sales pitch and cold calls. Okay, so obviously when you sell something and you're doing it all day, yeah, you try to be complimentary to each and every customer, but eventually it just becomes a pitch because you say it so much, but really you want to say it so much it doesn't sound robotic, so it becomes a pitch or cold call type, a script. Neither you need to be a pro to decode these psychological tricks, nor do you need to create an individual sales plan around it. All you need is to implement available research and trends in the market. So a trend in the market. What is a trend in the market? People want to buy stuff. That's the trend. If you're ready to rock and roll in your sales career, then go for these tried and tested psychological sales tricks. 1. Smaller amount words are better than higher words. Interestingly, phrases with words related to smaller amount work better than higher. For example, a message catering to low maintenance, less cost, lower price, reduced intervention will work like magic against higher productivity, increasing sales, etc. Create a sense of urgency. Gotta go. Russ, what's right here? Let's do it now. Let's go. We on it. Let's go. Let's get on it. If you think about it, Walmart kind of creates that urgency because if you've walked and looked at everything and you got to the very back of the store in the corner where they got the stuff to wash your car with, you way in the back. You can't even hear the people talking anymore in the front. And your wife walked off like 3 hours back and the kids don't want to walk with you anymore. You way in the back of the store and it's only like you and some old dude looking at seat covers. But now you got to get back to what were you trying to buy? What was it? What'd you see? And you look at your watch, you've been in there for an hour. That's an urgency basically, but nobody's making you do it. So then you got limited time offers is a good one. But then you got number 3, focus on money rather than price. Price is a dynamic number and often not in the hands of the customer. Whenever the price drops or turns competitive, they sense fishy intentions. You can expect these comments from customers when the sales message addresses price. For instance, quote, must be a reduction in features, unquote, or quote, must have removed free customer support, unquote, or quote, the quantity of the product may be deteriorating, unquote. Addressing reduction in expenses or lowering of costs in sales messages a better sales technique than a message indicating a reduction in price. Nostalgia makes you buy more. When you hear Elon Musk or Sundar Pichai narrating their childhood stories and aspirations, we relate to their roots. We see similarities. And more importantly, wish to live their aspirations too. For instance, meme cryptocurrency. You got meme coins. So, I have no idea who that frog is or who that little dog is, but that stuff is jumping. You could get a cartoon of Trump with his hair looking funny. Like, he tried to cut it now. He cut it this time around. I guess he got tired of it or it just fell out. But, you can buy that stuff and invest in it. And it jumps, too. Sometimes you got to catch it. Like you got GTA coming out, the next GTA. What GTA are we on now? They got GTA coin, and you could bet on it. Right before the game comes out, watch it jump. Like one night, like on a Wednesday about 3 a.m., that coin is going to jump. If you put enough money in it, you made a paycheck. So then you got number 5, product manufacturing story sells more than a product. Research reveals emotionally connected customers have 306% higher lifetime value. LTVs stay with the brand for an average of 5.1 years versus 3.4 years, and will recommend brands at a much higher rate, 7.1% versus 45%. By telling stories, we build emotional connections and make information more memorable. In one of the LinkedIn posts from 2017, Nadella described the immense pain and hardship his wife and he had to go through with their specifically abled son. He talks about empathy and the journey of people with disabilities. Through this post, Nadella was successful in promoting various social projects, his book, his refresh, and Microsoft as a brand. It's normal to add as much product detail as possible. Sometimes the product feature details are not enough. While it may seem exciting to add those details, selling real happens when a salesperson narrates the story behind the making of the product. So, I mean, if you're selling something from a salesman's point of view, if I'm talking to somebody, the easiest way to be comfortable with the sales pitch or what I'm trying to say is by putting myself in the customer's shoes. And so therefore, I end up saying something that was I actually went through. Might not use all the names and everything, but, you're creating that same vibe. Product manufacturing story sells more than product, because obviously I know you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You can feel it. Number 6, odd number prices items are likely to sell better than even number. That's the 99 thing. So you can say something's $8 or you can say $7.99. Why is it $7.99? It's 1 penny cheaper. It's not $7 now. It's still $8. But it sells more. Remove the comma separators at the price. This one is basically something that they might say works, but why would it make a difference? Another surprising way the brain works is that when you read 1769 versus when you read 1769, you register the number without a comma separation as the lower number. When you see a car and it says 1769 used as is versus that same price, there's a car next to it that says $1,769.00. You're supposed to register the 1769 as a lower price if you're just glancing. That's a little trick. Make the price look affordable. All right, number 10, maximize the perceived size of the discount. Don't offer too many options. Now, if you keep saying, well, you can always do this, you can do that. Well, on the other hand, then the customer starts wondering, well, why is there so many options on this one thing right here? Globally, 64% of consumers feel there is too much choice online. Okay, which truthfully is called competitive advantage, disadvantage. So, if it's only one place to go buy one thing, then people start screaming monopoly. But if you have several places to buy several things, what it does is it keeps the price down. Obviously is where on the demand and supply curve meet. You don't have to be microeconomics professional genius to understand that. If you got a whole bunch of something, everybody has it. Obviously, the price is down because no one really wants it. You can get it from anywhere. How hard is it to go find a bottle of water somewhere? Get in your car and go try to buy a bottle of water. It's everywhere. Somebody might give it to you somewhere. Just give you a free bottle of water. Bring up bad experiences. Just like you and me, your prospect may have been the victim of bad experience by competitor organizations, bad experience decision, ruining a project. Prospects are burned out by their vendors and experience must come out in the open. To do that, help them confide in you, encourage them to talk to you about the stress and experience, how it's impacted their business's outcomes. All right, so then at that point, you're trying to get the customer to get, comfortable. Why are you in here buying this? Let me know what the real deal is so I can fit you in where you need to fit in, get you in what you need to get in, at the time is most convenient for you. Social proof works like magic. Number 14, influencers can sell your product better than you. All right, so if you have an influencer on, Instagram, Lemonade, Threads, Facebook, all those places, Blue Sky. If they already have a whole bunch of followers, they know what needs to be said, what time, or it's just how they're saying it, or it's just something about this individual makes people want to click on the stuff. Maybe he just paid so much advertisement for Google. He just appears on everybody's page, no matter what time of the day you click on or whose phone you have in your hand. You're going to see the same thing scrolling through that social media is on your phone. So influencers can sell your product better than you can. Trade emails in exchange for free resources. Number 16, short visual audio content grow faster. Yeah, it's just like TikTok. That's why, people like TikTok, because you could just sit there and look at all those short, goofy videos. And before you know, you've been on there for 2 hours, but you've seen like 7 million people's little short renditions of a dance. Everything from a dance to a product sales to talking about how the world's going in tomorrow. Number 17, draw strength from your drawbacks. Number 18, be human first, always. That's one thing that's going to change. Obviously AI is and everything now. You don't know if this is AI, but it's not. But how do you know? You really don't know. Somebody could have took the video you're looking at right now and redid it with AI just to put in one different word that I didn't say at first. But to be human first, obviously. So now those small mistakes are important now. So that's how the customer knows you're talking to an actual human, because everything they say isn't perfectly pronounced. Obviously it's human to mispronounce a few things, depending on where you are, frame of mind you are. Did you sleep yesterday? What did you eat for lunch? So there's an error in there somewhere, or whether you call it a mutation or not. So then you got other things, so on and so forth. So anyway, to bring around 360 degrees, I was talking about Temu basically versus Wish. Wish is the one I basically prefer, because Wish has it to where you could bring up a product, click on that product, and then it'll tell you related products, which is cool. So that means you see something you like. Let's say you see a Cadillac decal, and you're trying to get your Cadillac decal, slightly different from the other Cadillac following behind you, because every time you park somewhere, you try to get to the car and there's a car right next to it, looks just like yours. So you're trying to get maybe something different. You don't want a sticker, but you just get a different Cadillac decal. So you click on that Cadillac decal, one of them glows green, the other one glows blue, then you don't want that color. You click on it, but it says related, so you find one that glows orange. There you go. So that's cool. Wish does that, but Temu doesn't. They'll just give you some, you click on a pair of black gloves, and then all of a sudden it'll show a steering wheel for a Mazda minivan. What connection is that, man? There's no connection there. But these are all sales tactics. So maybe by you buying one thing and you just all of a sudden randomly are pushed to something else, it takes your frame of mind off of where you were, and so you start wanting to buy all this different stuff rather than buying specifically what you came in there to buy at that point in time, which you could say is Walmart methodology. So you go in there, you driving, maybe you're supposed to be on the road for about 2.5 hours a day. At hour 45 minutes, you're already tired. Boom, pull over, you roll up in the Buc-ee's and go in the Buc-ee's. And big old store, man, by the time you got to the restroom, you seen everything from meat sandwiches to little plushie dolls that twerk. So that's that, the methodology I'm talking about. Is it aggressive sales technique, or is it just passive? But the passive becomes aggressive because it's just so much to choose from. And that's what the article said. It was Sales plan for aggressive teams, 18 psychological tricks to accelerate sales engine. So, good or bad, I got on Temu, and to me, the one thing that stood out, which, after seeing it, made me want to make a short video about it. It was the fact that as I got on there, I wanted to play games. I won this and that, and every time I win, there's no loser potential in it. But it just kept doing it. It did it like 5 times. I'm like on Temu for like 10 minutes already, and I still haven't looked at the whole thing, the whole list of items I had to look at. I'm just sitting here spinning boards, trying to win % off of something I don't want to buy. Anyway, talk to y'all later.